Hi guys, my name is Sam Crossland. You're watching another episode of Chicago Underdogs. What's happening, guys? It's good to be here and see your smiling faces again. Today we are talking about Freedom Nicole Moore and the Electric Moon. This time I'm kind of cheating a little bit and going outside of Chicago. This band is from Cincinnati, so we're going to call this Chicago Underdogs Detour. But I was so moved by the music and by this person's talent that I want to make an exception to the rule today. Freedom Nicole Moore and the Electric Moon is an indie soul band comprised of lead singer-songwriter Freedom Nicole Moore, Chase Watkins as bassist, and Alessandro Corona as percussionist. Freedom got her start singing background vocals with acts such as JSPH and Royal Holland and The Rotation, as well as performing as a solo act throughout the Midwest region. Freedom was nominated for City Beats Cincinnati Entertainment Awards in 2017 in the Best Singer-Songwriter category. Her album Green Grass Grows is now available on online stores and streaming sites. Moore's music covers around the spheres of modern neo-soul and indie rock, but is rather timeless, buoyed by her warm and enchanting vocals and rich songwriting. I really feel this way about Freedom Nicole Moore and the Electric Moon. She plays the guitar and also does the vocals. It is just a three-piece band, which I was surprised listening to the record. It sounds full. It sounds very tight, very soulful, very sultry, very smooth. The production on the record, I couldn't figure out if they recorded somewhere or if they recorded at home or what the deal was, but the production was like really, really solid. This record, their influences are Crumb, No Name, and the internet. First of all, I've never heard of any of those bands, but when I checked them all out, it did like make sense, you know, for their influences. I mean, it's probably one of the smoothest records I've ever heard. Lot of like jazz influence, and the chord progressions are simple, yet still like a lot of them are haunting. When comparing it to Crumb, the band Crumb, it's obvious to me that Freedom Nicole Moore is like the more talented singer, you know, than Crumb is. There's just like, I mean, it's like this lilting, exuberant, powerful voice that I just love. So I'm going to talk about standout tracks here. The first one is Road Trip. It starts out with an amen break type of drum beat, with a beautiful jumping bass line and soft jazzy guitar chords. I love how rich just the sound of the guitar is, you know. It's not like, you know, she's obviously got some delay and stuff on it, but it's not like a drenched mess, you know. Just the tone is perfect. Nicole Moore has what I would call a bossa nova voice. You know, this is very reminiscent of like Ella Fitzgerald scatting on one note samba. Or I know in the lyrics to Road Trip specifically, she like mentions like Erykah Badu and the Fugees and stuff, and I can definitely get behind that vibe. I mean, it's just like so gorgeous. Like I feel like I can just lay on the beach to this music and just disappear, you know, and it's just so well done. Another standout track for me is EVERYTIME, track number 4. Oh man. Right out the gate, it starts with an iconic organ sound that reminds me of that song, I'll Be Afraid, or I can't remember it right now, but it's pretty iconic. And what's particularly interesting about this song, I figured out the chords to it, and the melody to this one is particularly haunting, because I think it's a half step, or it's a sharp 5. It's either going from B major to B flat minor, or the notes are like from B to F. But it's whatever it is, it's like supposed to have tension, but it feels so natural in this song. Oh man, love this song, so gorgeous. A lot of 6/8 tempo, a lot of 6/8 rhythm in this album. A lot of swing, like the beats are all swinging, which is just like my personal guilty pleasure, is swinging in 6/8. And this album is just full of it. The track right after this one is called Your Friend Too, which also just hit me in a certain way, just like really hit different, like I said, really reminds me of a lot of like scat performance kind of vocals, like, and this another like very groovy 6/8 track. At first it starts off like kind of a vamp, then it goes into like a jumpy kind of groovy 6/8 feel. Oh, I love that. Lilty, very haunting, very underwater, smooth, sultry, silky. I really can't say enough good things about this album. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Mosifus or Mokafus. This one's another like, oh man, this one, super. This is like got that lo-fi, like slightly behind the beat feel with the tight bass, and ooh man, this one hits. This one hits big time. And then like her vocal style changes on this one too, which is really cool. Just this one is funky as all hell. Like, I don't know, just their touch of the music. They have great touch. And this is like, her vocals on here are super breathy. They kind of remind me of like a 90s female vocalist at the time, and this one, just the way she says where, so cool. This was Green Grass Grows by Freedom Nicole Moore and Electric Moon. Please check it out on Spotify, Apple Music, and Bandcamp and the like. Give them a listen, support your local artists of color, and give them some money. I also just released a record with Jovan Landry called Pathogens, single, so please check that out in the description. Please give it a listen. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for joining me here on Chicago Underdogs, and I'll see you on the next one. You have a great week. Thank you.